freaking out. Currently freaking out. Okay, so we just got back from the Divergent premiere.
And we're dead.
It was so... I'm so kind of in shock and shaking a little bit. Look, my tattoo. Here's my tattoo. See my tattoo? You want to see her tattoo?
Except for you jacked it up.
There's her tattoo. Okay. So, things that were good, things that were bad, everything we're going to talk about here because we're freaking out and I can't get it out of my mind. I'm going to go see it again tomorrow and the next day and the next day and every day. It's my new favorite movie. Like,
all time.
Like, it's, like, I thought I was obsessed with Frozen, but this movie, movie is so good.
It's amazing.
And obviously
it's
the book's
all
amazing.
I expected and more.
I definitely didn't expect it to be that good, but it was really good. And I think we're kind of going to enter the spoiler zone here, so if you haven't seen it or if you don't want to hear spoilers, I would go bye-bye.
See ya.
But, okay, anyway, I kind of liked how, like, at first they did the, like, narration thing, like, kind of helped you know what was going on a little bit. Because, like, I know in some movies, like, people were happy they didn't do that in the Hunger Games, but I kind of wish they would have, just so we could, like, see inside Katniss's mind a little more. But, like, we saw, like, inside Triss's world, and, like, saw it through her eyes.
Yeah.
And, like, how she talked about the Dauntless at the beginning, like, it kind of...
And then, if you didn't read the book and you're a stupid person,
You're a pansy cake.
It lets you know what's going on more, and it, like, it helps you figure it out. So you're not completely confused, like...
And it helped explain... like, how she was intrigued by the Dauntless, because, like, in the movie, you can't really see that. In the book, like, she explained that it
had, like, little her. And, like,
it had baby Triss. It was so cute.
And, like, it was, like, her, and, like,
And, like, the scene, like, the aptitude test, it was actually really cool. I liked how they had the mirrors when they walked in the room.
They shortened it, though.
They did shorten it.
Like, it only had the first part.
They didn't have...
They didn't have the part on the train.
Yeah, no, it was a bus. They didn't have the bus, like with the man. I wish they would have had that, but... And they changed the cheese to meat, which was okay, I guess, but...
It wasn't even cooked.
It was raw meat.
It was raw meat.
It was cute how the mean dog turned into a puppy, though. That was cute.
Then it turned evil again, though.
Shut up, they know that, obviously. But then what else? I liked how they, like, in the book, they didn't really have... Like, Janine wasn't a big part of Divergent.
They made it more obvious who she was.
Yeah, they made it more obvious who she was, and she was definitely a bigger threat to
the
Triss.
Divergence.
Yes, Triss and the Divergence. They slipped in a few things here and there to, like, foreshadow the war.
Yeah.
That weren't in the book, but, like, I thought they were fine because, like, it made the war more intense and, like, it made you more suspicious about what was going on between the Erudite and the Dauntless with the attacks on Abnegation.
And, like, there isn't really a way to do that through, like, her mind in the movie, so they kind of had to, like, slip in a few things to make it more, like, apparent that it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and they took out a few things, which it was okay without it. It was okay without it, but I really wish they would have left them in. They took out the butter knife with Peter and Edward, and
that was,
I just really wanted to see
like,
that.
Is Edward gonna be there in the next one, or are they just, like, gonna not have him anymore?
No.
Because that's really tripping me up, how they just didn't have that part.
And I feel like, I can't really remember the book exactly right. I read it, like, a year ago now, but I'm working on rereading it again. I'm halfway through it, but I can't exactly remember. Like, they shortened the training a lot. I wish they would have been a little more in depth with the training and had it
like her and Molly.
Like her and Molly, like,
I guess.
Yeah. But it was every time I looked at Peter,
I cracked up.
It
was the funniest thing.
He just does awkward gestures, and I just love Miles Teller, and it's so funny. He's so funny, and every time I looked at him, I was thinking like Sutter, but like
it doesn't even matter how serious it was meant to be. We just started cracking up.
In the movie, like, he was Peter. It wasn't even Miles or Sutter or anything, but
it was Peter. But for some reason,
it was so funny.
He played that role.
Another thing that was really funny is Ansel as Caleb when he's running.
Walks like a penguin.
He's so awkward. It's so funny. He already has that Augustus walk.
He don't have to change it at all. He already walks and he got a fake leg.
But He was really good. That was the first movie I've seen him in. I didn't see Carrie.
It's only his second movie.
I know, it's only his second movie, and I'm so excited.
He was really good for that being his second movie.
So excited to see him in Tiffio's. I'm not going to be able to handle that movie. I could barely handle this. How am I going to handle Allegiant and Tiff? There was a girl, like, literally bawling her eyes out.
It's like nothing, and it's like, whoa.
But, like, I had a little freak out when her mom died and when her dad died.
When her dad died, and then Caleb was, like, crying over him, and I was like, oh my god, no, don't do this, no.
And then, like, Marcus and Tobias, like, they had some awkward moments, and that was really funny. Oh, this, like, no one else would probably notice this, but, like, when right after Triss's mom died, and she went in and talked to her dad and Caleb and Marcus in that little area thing, I forgot what it was called, but, like, she suggested that they should go back to Dauntless, like, that happened in the book, too, but I just freaked out because Marcus said, we can't go back there. It's a fortress. And I was like, oh my god, fortress! It's just like, we can get in because fortress, oh my god, fortress! Their fortress moments. I really wanted that first kiss by the chasm. But
yeah, they left that out.
And I wanted her to say, like, are you asking me to undress? Only partially. Like, I wanted that. That was one of my favorite parts. Like, but it was really close to the book. They just didn't do it word for word.
But his name wasn't, like, it didn't seem as important.
What do you mean?
Like, him, like, hiding his identity and being embarrassed about his past. Like, they kind of just, like, oh, yeah, they call me Ford, but hey, yeah, my name's also this.
They openly let him.
You know, it's like it wasn't a big deal, but it actually was a really big deal in the book.
I guess, overall, I love this movie.
It was amazing, even though they didn't.
I almost want to say... I don't want to say this, but I really want to, because, like, Hunger Games was my very first love, and I never want to, like, betray it, but, like, it was definitely better adapted than the first Hunger Games movie. Probably equivalent to Catching Fire, but...
I think it was a little better than Catching Fire, but that's just my opinion.
I don't know, I love them all, but it was really good. They left out some parts I would have liked in, they added parts that I really liked, and they were pretty true to the book. It wasn't word for word.
They didn't leave out anything that was super, super important. And they, like, got everything that was, like, important. And it was, like, they got everything they needed to, and they left out some things, but they weren't really needed.
Yeah. It stayed true to the storyline of the book, and I think I saw Veronica in there, but I wasn't sure. I'll have to go back and see it tomorrow. But I'm serious.
I was too freaking out to even notice if she was in there or not.
I was surprised how quiet people were in the theater. Like, I was
Me and you were freaking out, and we were being, like, loud, and everyone else was just quiet, and it was like...
But it was an amazing movie, and I'm so excited. I'm going to watch it again.
I want to see it again tomorrow, and it's like...
Okay. I think that's it. Is that everything?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.